Hey people, it's going to be a continuation video or a new video. This toilet was completely brown, filled with calcium and lime deposits. The yellowish is usually calcium, the yellowish white is calcium, and the brown or red is rust and I guess calcium. Calcium and lime, white is lime, calcium, so it's got nothing to do with hygiene in your toilet. It just has to do with water. Water gets the bacteria from the water, or the water, the lime, the calcium gets on the toilet bowl and it gets dried out by the air, and then you get this really bad scaly stuff. So I just did like a 15-minute video on using the Lysol Advanced Power Toilet Bowl Cleaner, which I've done other videos. Check out my channel. Calcium, the CLR does really well. The Lime Away does okay. Works does really well. But I had the Lysol stuff on here for about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, and we still have this massive growth of rust. I would say this is mostly calcium. This is kind of brown and not really the whitest stuff we had before. It's all the way down into the toilet drain down there, and I looked online to see other ways to clean this, and they said put vinegar in, or maybe vinegar and lemon. I don't want to mess with that stuff. I don't want to put lemon in the toilet. I don't want to put vinegar in there. I did that before and it didn't really do anything years ago. Also suggested, what did it suggest? It suggested WD-40. One person did it and said it was wonderful and it worked. The other person did it and said it didn't work at all. So the Lysol stuff and having the sewer line open, this room smelled for about an hour and a half. I've got the windows open, I've got a fan going to air this place out for the night. But using the Lysol stuff it's just unbelievably smelly and it's nasty. So I've got an old can of WD-40. This can's probably, where's the camera? This can is probably like 25 years old. I don't even know if there's WD-40 in there. They say spray it in the toilet, wipe it, but don't flush it down because it's really bad for the pipes and the sewer line, and I don't care. I want to see if this is going to work. The neat thing is they say you can put it on there for about 1 or 2 minutes, wipe it off, and it should just dissolve this stuff. Now I got a whole bunch of, the can's almost empty, I got a whole bunch of buildup way down in the pipe down there. The problem with WD-40, for anybody that's used it, is it stinks. I want to finish this can off. This can's like 25, 30 years old. Let's just get this stuff and throw it in the garbage. So let's see if this even works. It said wait about 1 or 2 minutes. You'll see that it just will dissolve this stuff. I'm looking in the drain down there. Oh boy, WD-40 just reeks. It really stinks. It's a great product, but man, does this place smell. Between the sewer line of a toilet and WD-40, yikes, 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 yikes. Now it's supposed to just break down. This stuff is supposed to crumble, just dissolve. I don't really want to put a brush in there because I don't want it splattering in my face. I don't have gloves. What I want to do, I got a little piece of toilet paper. I'm going to just move this around and see what it does. Does it do anything? Not really. I know it's only been in there about 30 seconds. And the problem is, if this doesn't work, I've got to flush the toilet. I've got to flush the toilet again. I've got to flush the toilet again. And if I want to clean this thing with another product, I got to get out the Pyrex and the sponge is falling apart, as you can see over here. But we're going to find out, does WD-40 do anything? Now, that's why YouTube is really tricky. Because some people, most of the videos that I've watched, their toilet is almost 95% spotless. And they spray it in there and they go, oh look, it worked, it's wonderful, give me 100,000 views and thumbs up, and yeah, and it's not true. So this toilet is in big trouble. And what you're seeing down in the drain is what this whole thing looked like about an hour and a half ago. So I can see down on the bottom of the drain, it's There's a lot of stuff that's dissolved, but that just could be the dirt of the WD-40 and removing some of the slime. Let's just finish this can off. I don't think it's working. Does WD-40 work to clean your toilet? Probably not. All those other videos where they got millions of views and they became famous, that's not going to happen to me because nobody watches my videos. But, and then some of the other videos, they say, oh yeah, it works, but you got to use a lot of muscle. Well, this is a chemical thing, and if you use the works, or Lysol didn't do what, you see what Lysol left over. The works CLR will probably take this stuff off in a short amount of time. So I don't want to use WD-40 and then scrub. And the other video said use a pumice stone. Don't use a pumice stone, it damages your toilet finish, and you will never be able to stop this stuff from growing because the coating, the finish is gone, and the damage will grow on the area that's not protected, even worse than it is now. Okay, so this has been in there a couple minutes. I'm not going to wait 10-15 minutes. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, what can you say? All plots, what can you say? So it's been in there for a while. Let's flush it down. I don't want to spend the whole night. I don't want this place to stink of more WD-40. And don't tell me that WD-40 after 30 years is broke down in the can. Come on now. Is it going to work? Let's flush it. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Let me get my little brush that I've got in the bathtub. We got the WD-40 floating on the toilet right now. Let's see if anything breaks loose. That's what I want to see. Are we going to have little pieces that broke loose? Did it do anything? Did it do something? Did it do nothing? I think it did something. I definitely think it did something. I'd have to look at the before and after video, but I think it did something. It didn't do 100%. This place stinks of WD-40 really bad. Let's get the sponge in here so I can get, whew, it smells like a garage in here. It smells like I'm a mechanic and I'm lubing your car. I'm lubing your chassis. Let's see. Okay, there's the muscle over there. And I shouldn't have to do this if it works. If it works, then it will just... If a chemical works, it works, and you don't have to go through all of this. Did it work? Very mildly. It did not... I'll say it removed some of this. Maybe if it's soaked for an hour. If this stuff's soaked for an hour, man, your car, people would think that you were a mechanic. Yeah. I'll keep the video on for a few more minutes so that I can get my 8 minutes of ads in here. But, yeah, I'm scrubbing over there right now. This should come off. You saw how much I poured in there. I'm not going to say that it didn't work, because it did something. It just did not remove most of it. And see, the problem is now that it's removed what it did, that's it. This is not going to break down anymore. And now I'm going to have to go in. Lysol was a failure. Well, Lysol, okay, I'll give them credit. It cleaned most of the toilet, but it did not do this part. Lysol did most. But you don't buy a product to end up with a toilet looking like this. And the WD-40, if it worked, if it dissolved this stuff, it would have just dissolved it. So you're going to have people that are going to say, it needs to soak for half an hour, or it needs to soak for 32 minutes, or you didn't do it right, or you need to use this kind of sponge. No, 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 no. No can do. You got to use more muscle. You got to let it. You should have used the vinegar. I'm not happy with this, and I guarantee you, I don't have the CLR in here. I don't know if I've got it outside. If I don't have it outside, when I check tomorrow, I'll go buy a bottle of CLR. I think I've got a bottle of Works outside if I don't. I'm just not happy with the Lysol Advanced. It's failed me over and over again over the years. I'm just trying to finish it up. They sell it at Costco, and I bought a case of it, and once it's done, I'm not going to buy it anymore. WD-40, does it clean your toilet? Look at the amount of what I'm going through. And I don't want to scratch the toilet. I don't want to damage it, but I don't want to have to put my hands down the drain and scrub this thing. Oh, yeah. Oh. I don't want to have to do that to clean my toilet. Yeah, so this is a total, I was going to say it's a total failure. It's not a total failure. It's a failure. It is a definite failure. And now I've got all this oily stuff, and like they say, don't put this down the drain. Really bad on the pipes, bad on the septic system, bad on everything. Probably bad for the fishies. Looking down the drain where it's soaked, way down there, not that bad. But you know, this stuff is just stuck to the toilet. You need to break it down. You got to break down the calcium and lime. And yeah, this place reeks of like the WD-40 oil, the oil smell. We all know what that's like. I've got too much toilet water on my hands, under my nails, in the bathtub, on the floor. Oh my God. I gotta end this video, people. This is not acceptable. You can't have a toilet like that. You can't spend 2.5 hours messing with Lysol toilet bowl cleaner, advanced power, and then going in here with this WD-40 and ending up with this. This is a nightmare. So that concludes the video. And I think what I'm going to do is I will post the Lysol video, I will post this video, and then I will post both of them in one video. And I'm not going to post it now because I want to go and buy some CLR and see if we can find a product that is going to clean a toilet.